It's a thrilling sound. It's the voice of wild places. It's the mournful cry of the wolf. But wolves don't howl because they're sad or lonely. It's just one of the ways wolves communicate with each other. They may be howling to establish territory or to locate another wolf from their group. It could also be a call to rally others for a hunt. Wolves are very social animals. They live in family groups called packs. They hunt together, eat together, nap together, and raise the pups together. But these packs have a complex social structure. A pack size can range from 2 to 20 wolves. Wolves are predators, and generally larger packs are found where the prey species are bigger. But the average size of a wolf pack is around 6 or 7 animals. Each has a leading pair of wolves called the alpha male and female. These two are the dominant animals in the pack and the only ones to breed. Underneath the alpha pair are the beta male and female. The rest establishes social order down to the most subordinate animals. These wolves, with the lowest status in the pack, are called the omega male and female. The behavior of individual wolves reflects their status in the pack. Watch while the gray subordinate wolf grovels to show respect to the black dominant wolf. Dominant wolves are the first to eat when there's a kill and are quick to remind subordinate animals of that fact. But the complex social structure of the wolf also includes games. Like most highly intelligent animals, wolves spend time at play. Sometimes the games can reinforce the hierarchy, the dominant wolves pretending to subdue the others. But playtime can also mean just fooling around with a stick. There are subspecies of gray wolf. The smallest of these is the Mexican wolf, called lobo in Spanish. Its range is the southwestern United States and parts of Mexico. The Arctic wolf makes its home in the northern regions of North America, usually on Arctic islands. The creamy white coat of this animal blends into the snowy landscape. It feeds on the animals of this cold climate, such as snowshoe hares, seals, and muskox. In the southeastern United States, there is a species called the red wolf. These animals are smaller and more brownish than the gray wolf, with a bit of red coloring behind the ears. But they all share physical adaptations that make them successful in the wild. Their fur can be any color from black or gray to shades of brown and white. It keeps them warm, but also protects the wolf from rain and brush. In the winter, their coats develop short, fuzzy hairs beneath the longer, coarser guard hairs. These smaller hairs serve as insulation through the colder seasons. Wolves have very large paws. Their big feet work like snowshoes in the winter, allowing the animal to run swiftly over the top of snow. And the big paws are also an advantage when a wolf is excavating a den from sand or gravel. This wolf skull shows other critical adaptations. Wolves have 42 teeth. The large canine teeth can be 1.5 inches long. These canines are the tools that help the wolf hold its prey. The front incisors are used to pull tendons away from the bone, and the back teeth are for cutting and chewing, much like a human's teeth. There are also some large molars in the back. The wolf's powerful jaw muscles help these larger molars crush bones. Like dogs and other canines, wolves have a keen sense of hearing. They can pick up noises of a human from a mile away. Also, a wolf can move its ears independently to focus on sounds coming from other directions. Wolves have excellent night vision, and although they probably don't see color the same way that humans do, wolves are much better at detecting movement. Their sense of smell is equally amazing. A wolf can pick up a scent from over a mile away. An adult male wolf stands about 30 inches at the shoulder and can be over 6 feet long from the tip of his nose to the point of his tail. He will weigh an average of 70 to 110 pounds. Females are slightly smaller, usually 60 to 80 pounds. In the wild, wolves can live up to 13 years of age. The elaborate social structure of a wolf pack is another adaptation that allows wolves to catch larger animals. Mainly, wolves prey on ungulates. These are animals with hooves like deer, elk, moose, or bison. The pack is important because the wolves need to work together to bring down these big prey species. Wolves can run up to speeds of 40 miles an hour during a chase and may take a strong, healthy animal if they can capture it. But they try to take the ones that are the easiest to catch, animals that are sick, very old, very young, or injured. They are not always successful, so the wolf's body is designed to survive with no food for several days, and then large amounts of meat when there's a kill. On an average, an adult wolf needs 2.5 to 5 pounds of meat a day. Sometimes they catch smaller animals like beavers, rabbits, or even mice when a larger prey species is not available. A pack's hunting territory may vary in size depending on the terrain, the availability of prey, and the size of the pack. In Alaska, Canada, and the West, it can range from 300 to 1,000 square miles. But in Minnesota, a pack's territory is only 25 to 150 square miles. One way wolves establish the pack's territory is by howling. Another is marking the boundaries with urine. This is called scent marking. But scent marking can also be a part of courtship. Usually only the alpha pair breeds. This occurs in January and February. The pups are born 2 months later in the spring, usually 4 to 6 in a litter. They emerge from the den at about 4 weeks, eyes wide open and eager to explore their new world. As the pups grow, they create emotional bonds and develop social skills. And like human babies, they try to mimic adult behavior. Every member of the pack takes responsibility for raising the pups. This communal care is uncommon in mammals, but it is a fundamental part of the highly complex social structure of the wolf pack. When the pups are about 9 weeks old, they leave the den and are moved to a series of areas called rendezvous sites. This gives the pack more flexibility in pursuing prey while the pups are still developing their strength and agility. By the early fall, the pups are learning to hunt. Although not yet fully grown, they are on their way to becoming contributing members of the pack. In addition to survival skills, they are learning the intricate social structure of the pack and how each individual fits into the hierarchy. As autumn moves aside to make room for winter, the pups are nearly grown. Their coats have developed a thick, insulating fur that will protect them from the cold. They are well adapted to this weather, and their first winter is spent with the pack. But as spring approaches, changes are inevitable. The alpha pair begins their courtship in late winter, and last year's pups must make decisions. They may choose to stay with the pack in a subordinate role, helping to raise the new pups that will be born in the spring. There are advantages to this decision. It assures a steady food supply because the pack has an established hunting territory. This means the individual's chances for survival are good, but the animal may never have the privilege of breeding and passing on its genetics to another generation. Another option for the grown pup is to challenge the alpha male or female and try and obtain the position of dominance, but this is highly unlikely at such a young age. And finally, the young wolf can choose to leave the pack. It will run the risk of starvation, for it will be more difficult for the lone wolf to hunt on its own. But eventually it could team up with another wolf, start a new pack, and establish its own hunting territory. And then there will be a new voice in the wild places.